Brazil, of course, taking to the field for the first time in this edition of the most prestigious festival in world football. No doubt looking for a performance to set a tone. There's his great vocal support. There are many, many who have travelled to watch them, and every one of those supporters willing them to give everything back for the cause. It is beautifully set here. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. The national anthem of Uruguay rings out. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Day one, and everybody eager to get off to a good start.
Well, Peter, I can tell you that both managers will have stressed the need for a very strong start here. Both have also indicated a front foot approach. If that is the case, then I don't think we're going to be complaining at the end. I certainly hope we'll be eulogising. There's an awful lot resting on this, and we'll probably end up reflecting on that.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real...
Gets up to head it! Oh, that was no routine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Gabriel. Douglas Costa. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Ball's loose, who's getting there? And here's the chance to counter. Bentancur. Promising cross. Cavani. Cavani with a shot! This could fall anywhere. There will be a throw-in. Not going to go down too well with his teammates. Deftly done. Throw-in. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Cavani displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no striker's tackle.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Shot at goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Philippe Coutinho. Now it's Neymar. And help's available out wide. A heavy challenge. It's come loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And the through ball is intercepted. Torreira goes looking. He's played him through. Now it's Cavani. He's gone for it! Goal! And Uruguay take the lead.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Uruguay take the lead.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Brazil have it back and they can go again. Rafinha. Forward it goes. Vinicius Junior. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Alexandro. And here's Neymar. And it's Coutinho. Looking to break out here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Neymar on a charge down the left. Gets the better of his man. Lovely feet. Coutinho. Coutinho opts to play it back. And we hit half-time. So there you have it. A close-fought half of football. One that still had its moments. But ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
Well, the action has already resumed here.
Brazil don't need to press the pass.
Uruguay have a free kick. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Douglas Costa. Casemiro. Philippe Coutinho. Vinicius Junior. Nicely controlled. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Defenders on the back foot. Casemiro cuts it out. Vinicius Junior. And here's Neymar. It's Neymar!
Neymar really got caught in a trap there and he just couldn't get out.
Godin tries to get it forward quickly. And it's Luis Suarez. Loose ball, who's going to get there? That's a foul, free kick's been given. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
And it's played forward. Rafinha. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Going through. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. They've played it short. He's making good use of his strength there. Just refuses to be out-muscled. Vinicius Junior. Going for goal! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Vinicius Junior cannot be a happy chappy, and you can understand why. The run was stoic, and it should have been heroic.
Goes for the cross.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Douglas Costa plays it forward. Marquinhos. That's not going to make it. Vinicius Junior. And here's Coutinho. Neymar is onto it and can take it up. Neymar.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Douglas Costa. Rafinha. Oh, that's nice. Mateus just brushed off the ball there.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Cavani! He scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Uruguay are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Things starting to look very comfortable. Suarez provides an outlet. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. And it's Cavani. He's found his man. Oh, it's Luis Suarez! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Cavani very cleverly provided the return ball there, and it made all the difference in the creation of that goal. I don't want to take anything away from the finish, but the pass was really key.
Uruguay take a 3-goal lead. And that's that. Well, this clearly wasn't the start they're looking for, so they're going to have to bounce back and look to win from now on in. A real Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. No question that this is one of the great capital venues of the Netherlands, the Johan Cruyff Arena, Amsterdam. Brazil faced here with what can already be a make-or-break game.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation could be taken from...
Shot a goal! And a second time! And it's played forward. Well, that's where he wants it. Sigurdsson! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. And it's Neymar.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities. Iceland have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Here's the through ball. Bjarnason. And the finish! It's off target and by quite a way.
Iceland were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Tries to locate someone up front. Alexandro. Ball's out on the left now. Great run on the overlap here. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Time to deliver. And that has been cleared. He'll have a go. Neymar with the short one. Lovely bit of skill. It's Neymar! Ball's loose, and he's after it. Chooses to go back. He's had a go! And it's been taken short. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Going for goal! That's a half-decent try. They've played it short. Down by a lack of accuracy. Forward it goes. Coutinho, there he goes, motoring forward. Neymar hits one! A real chance and a real let-off.
Brazil know they can rely on the counter, and they've just expressed a warning.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Loses his balance and loses the ball. And play for a throw. Just brushed off the ball there. Here it comes. Neymar. And here's the chance to counter. Rafinha. And now the breakaway. Has a pop! The captain delivers!
Oh, that's very, very well played by the skipper. He was only too aware of the importance of a goal at this late stage in the first half. He knew it would affect the teams. All part of the thought process from someone in his position.
His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Gets into a dangerous position. Bjarnason gets wrestled off the ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight. We'll look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Brazil leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. The action has already resumed here. Brazil carrying a one-goal lead. Marquinhos gets it back. He gets past his man. Gunnarsson. Surely. Big chance! Another chance! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, it was certainly an acrobatic effort. I mean, it was probably the best option for him, but they're never easy to pull off.
Douglas Costa. Mateus. And help's available out wide. Coutinho, he's gone for it! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Vinicius Junior. Over to the left. Now it's Neymar. Keeps everyone guessing. Shoots! Philippe Coutinho!
That was venomous.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Sigurdsson. And the counter is on, now then! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
Oh, the ball's come loose! Good challenge, he just stood firm. It's a good run down the left-hand side. It'll be a throw-in. Iceland making consecutive changes here. He's left his man, just the goalkeeper to beat. That is a crunching tackle.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Lovely feet. And here's Douglas Costa. And it's Casemiro. Alexandro.
Brazil are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
It's being played forward. Marquinhos drives it forward. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Brazil need to hold on for a few more moments.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Can't get the better of his opposite number.
Iceland have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Rafinha tries lifting it over. Neymar. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. And there goes the final whistle. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it. But that was enough. Well, they really needed that. Nothing decided yet, but they are in it going into the final group game. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, to me, this is a result, Peter, that says an awful lot more than the scoreline suggests. You know, after the goal, the team just settled down and looked surprisingly comfortable and didn't really need to work too hard.
They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. The Emirates, which has become such a fine landmark, a part of the North London scenery. So the first box is more or less ticked. It is a time to concentrate on what happens next.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Well, quite no argument for shapes to shoot! In for the pieces! Goal! Brazil! Dubravka did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Oh, that's great awareness, full marks to him as he was just that bit quicker than everyone else on the follow-up.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
And he's on a charge. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Knocks it away. Slovakia with it back again. Hamšík.
Slovakia have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
And the shot! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Chance! Hamšík.
Douglas Costa just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
That's not going to make it. Over to the left. Neymar. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. That's a decent ball. And it's Hamšík. He's there to receive it. Hoists it forward. Hamšík with a delicate ball. Timely intervention. Mateus, and it's got through. Vinicius Junior, now it's Neymar. Hubachan. Brazil are looking odds on to go in at the break with their advantage intact. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. It'll be a throw-in. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Breaks on here, and there's a long ball. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Keeper sends it forward. Oh, good interception. Hamšík. Now a chance to break. Decent progress down the left. And the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Brazil come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. Already up and running for the second half. Brazil just about have their noses in front. Neymar. And it's been taken straight back. Lovely bit of skill. Neymar. Chance. Just deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. That's great strength on the ball. Oh, he's found him, and the finish! Mighty close.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Forward it goes. And it's played forward. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Skriniar. And it's Kučka. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's punt...
Hamšík! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Massive leap! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Alexandro. Alexandro goes looking. And help's available out wide. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Coutinho. And the counter is on, now then. Kučka. He spotted the run and played him through. Now has a goal! Time for a change in personnel. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? He's got away. Neymar. Hamšík. Just a quarter of an hour to play. A good deal hanging on what they can achieve here. A point will do. And it's Kučka. Can't get the better of his opposite number.
Slovakia are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
Marquinhos gets into the right position to intercept. Kučka spreads it towards the left.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
And that's a throw.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Oh, some tackle that. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Alexandro goes on an adventurous run. Oh, that's a whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Cleared away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Kučka with the foul. Douglas Costa. And the referee brings it to a close. Brazil have made it. Progress to the knockout stage confirmed. On to the business end. Successive wins then to blot out that opening day defeat, and 6 points ought to be plenty. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
Well, hello and welcome to what is, in effect, the second half of this grand global spectacle featuring the major characters of the world game. Gone is the relative safety of the group stage. This is where everything now is do or die. One mistake can cost you a place in the quarter-finals. Everything suddenly an awful lot more serious. The world-famous Camp Nou in Barcelona, a stadium fit for the grandest of occasions. Well, there's a perceptible change in mindset here, both in terms of crowd. Big chance! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
I just hope he won't let the failure to score affect him. With the ability he has, he can reproduce.
Coutinho proving impossible to wrestle. It's Neymar! Oh no, it's an own goal!
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
Brazil got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, two in double quick time.
Looks to thread it through. Tries to locate someone up front. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. A real chance to break. That's a shot at goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
South Africa were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Into it, and the volley. Just too high.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Brazil making the ideal start. It is something to build on.
Always, when you score early, it gives you such a lift, and it casts doubt in the minds of your opponents at the same time. And that pretty much sums up the difference in what we've seen. One team assured, the other a little unsure.
Battles to win it back. Danger averted for now. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Goes for goal! Alexandro attempts a clearance, loses his balance and loses the ball. Alexandro goes looking. He's there to... He's gone for it! Alexandro gets it away. Gets away from his opponent. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Marquinhos drives it forward. Hoists it forward. Balls come loose and the chase is on. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And it's hoisted clear. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Goes long. And it's got through. Now a chance to break. And it's played forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And the weighted pass. Cleared away. It is a corner. They've played it short. There are a few waiting for it. He came in hard, very hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Finds himself eased off the ball. Mateus. Vinicius Junior. That's gone a long way up and away. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Well positioned to make that interception. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
He's had a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Not played the ball, that's a foul. It's Alexandro. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. And he's there to hoof it away. There's the whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close sport half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
That's just been exhilarating, Peter, and leaving everyone wishing for a little bit more, but we'll have one manager now trying to exercise more control, so we can only hope that they go at it again in similar fashion.
Brazil leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. It's being played forward. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Douglas Costa. Gabriel. Alexandro. Ball's loose, who's getting there? A really good feat. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. He's making a real surge on the left. Gets the better of his man. Can he deliver? He can get that clear. And it's been taken short. Neymar. Alexandro. Cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's been taken straight back. And now they can launch a counter. Vinicius Junior provides an outlet. Clearance and very necessary. Forward it goes. That's a good ball to find him. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
And the flag has stayed down. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Alex Sandro, he's left his man. Crosses in a low one. And it's Coutinho. Out to the left it goes. Nicely controlled. Oh, shooting chance!
Brazil are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Vinicius Junior. Philippe Coutinho. Neymar is onto it and can take it up.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Vinicius Junior. Crunching tackle. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And now the breakaway.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Brazil are making a change now.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Hoists it forward.
South Africa have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Good ball. Room for... Has a hit! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, I think they can breathe a massive sigh of relief then. Such a let-off.
Brazil need to hold on. He's gone for it! He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. No messing about. And the referee brings it to a close. Brazil advance, and now they can focus their thoughts on the quarter-finals. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the result matters more than the performance. This team can grind and keep grinding.
Brazil prepare for their quarter-final showdown. It isn't, of course, unique to them, but having made it so far, you do sense a real belief now. The ultimate prize at the start of it all seemed so distant. Now, it seems so very, very real, something they can reach out and almost touch. It is terrific to be here in the foothills of the Alps at this most notable of modern stadia, the home of Juventus. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Both managers were very eager to play down any suggestion that their side was favourite to make the semi-final.
Managers, Peter, I've heard that once or twice in my time, and to be honest, they're probably right. Telling us what they'll have said in the dressing room is probably another way of trying to spark more from their teams. And if they can find that...
Goes for goal! Tries to get it forward quickly. Now a chance to break. It's a throw-in. Neymar. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
It's come loose. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Now the counter. Beautifully done. Eriksson. Out towards the flank. Got a sight of goal here. Loses his butt. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Gem! An absolute gem! And he's produced a beauty. Denmark have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Kasper Schmeichel comes out and deals with it. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Neymar with the short one. Neymar. Room for a shot. Forward pass.
Denmark have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Vass has a hit!
That was venomous.
Alexandro. Coutinho. Well positioned to make that interception.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter. Once he got into that position, it's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
And it's Coutinho. Douglas Costa. Poulsen. Defenders on the back foot. He's picked him out. Real chance! They've scored! And this is getting better and better. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Denmark grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Has a go! It's a promising run he's making on the right. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. They've played it short. Oh, he's found him he's had a shot! Eriksson tries to clear. Alexandro. Vinicius Junior gives chase. Vinicius Junior doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Delaney drives it forward, hoists it forward. And it's Douglas Costa. A buccaneering run from the defender. Christensen gets good distance on it. Delaney. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Goes down, but nothing given. Eriksson. Gorgeous control there. Goes for goal! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Here comes another massive leap! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Any views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
We are already promptly back underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Alexandro. He's had a go! It's anyone's ball. Vinicius Junior!
Oh, that was close.
Poulsen. In comes the delivery. Towering header! Another fruitless header.
How hard can it be to time a jump with the right contact? It's not that difficult, is it?
Douglas Costa. Brazil disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Douglas Costa. That'll be a throw-in. Rafinha.
I think they've got to make a statement now to say to their opposition, we're not giving up without a scrap, to give themselves the belief that this is recoverable.
Just brushed off the ball there. Great. He's gone for it! Oh, wow! An absolute pile driver! About as smooth as it gets! And surely that settles it! The contact was crisp and clean. That was shapes to shoot! No mistake! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Brazil give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. And he's there to hoof it away. Looking to break out here. Well weighted. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Vinicius Junior needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't.
Up for the header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Decent progress down the left. What an adventurous run from a defender. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. That's good defending, very good defending. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Poulsen. And it's played forward. Mateus. Vinicius Junior. A heavy challenge.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Forward it goes. And he's shown him a chance! Yes!
Denmark are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. There's a long ball. Eriksson goes long. And he's on a charge. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. And help's available out wide. Neymar, he's onside. Neymar. Clears it out of harm's way. Alexandro. Good idea, just poorly executed. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.